Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to IQ Quran, coming live from Guidance TV. As you have gotten used to, we bring you the Quran with translation so that you have understanding of the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inshallah, tonight is a new night, new surah that you have not learned previously. So inshallah, get ready. For those who are joining us, we're gonna start the competition soon. So inshallah, get ready. Bring your tablet, bring your iPad, your phone, whatever it may be, your computer. You could use anything smart. Inshallah, tonight's competition, it'll be about 37 questions. It is one of the surahs from the Quran. And inshallah, we will see how well you guys do. So inshallah, join the competition. Again, for the parents and everyone who's watching, this program was designed to teach our youth reading the Quran and understanding the Quran. We understand that memorizing Quran is very important. This subject is very important because in the Day of Judgment, everyone will be raised based, your rank will be based on how much Quran you memorized after you get into Jannah. So everyone will have different levels, and those who memorize the Quran will be a higher level than those who did not. So in this program, inshallah, we want to get all of us, we want to get the ajr of learning the Quran, because of the hadith of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was that every single letter that you learn, alif, lam, mim, each letter equals to 10 ajr, multiplied 10. So we'll be getting a lot of ajr, inshallah, while we are learning. At the same time, we're not just learning the meaning of the words, we'll be collecting a lot of ajr in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We had a tight competition on the previous time that everyone was taking part of the program. We have a lot of people that are joining from different states. So this is a very tight competition, and as we've mentioned, we have a big reward for the winner. So inshallah, get ready for that. And again, for the parents, we know the importance of teaching our kids Islam. And the most important subject in life is the Quran, is the manual that was given to us by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So understanding it is very important. For our kids to understand that is important. So inshallah, we encourage you to let your kids know and for them to take part of the program. We come once a week, especially on Fridays, 8 p.m. The program will last about an hour. We're learning the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As your kid learns the translation of each word, guess who gets the ajr? Not only does the kid get the ajr for learning each word, but you also get the ajr. And imagine your kid who has memorized the Quran now will have understanding of the Quran. Last week I was talking to someone and they were mentioning, and actually it was a brother who was given training to parents, and one of the things that he has mentioned is there was one particular kid, he had a hard time memorizing the Quran, and his parent loved him and they wanted him to memorize the Quran, so they were encouraging him, saying, son, you should learn the Quran, you should read the Quran, memorize the Quran. And he had a hard time reading, so he said to his mother, he wanted to reason with her. He said, Mom, I want you to grab a Chinese book, a book that is written in Chinese. I'm going to grab the Quran. You sit here, I sit here. Let us both memorize, and we'll see who finishes first. Because for me, memorizing Quran, I don't understand it. It's a language that I don't have any understanding. And you don't understand Chinese, so let's see. You're asking me the impossible. So from there we see that these kids speak English. Had they known the meaning of the Quran, they would have enjoyed. There was another kid who said to his mother the same thing. He said to his mother, Mom, I love the Quran. So he said, why don't you read the Quran? Go grab the book and read the Quran. Why is it that you're reading these big books, Harry Potter and all these other big books? You enjoy them, you read them. Sometimes before you go to sleep, I have to take it away from you, say, go to sleep. He said, Mom, I understand this book. I enjoy this story. I have understanding of what I'm reading. But the Quran, I don't have any understanding. So some of our kids are in that situation. We don't want them to be in that situation. We want them to learn the Quran. We want them to understand the Quran. We want them to be able to read the Quran. Not only read, but have understanding. So inshallah, the goal of this program is to teach you, those who are joining us from home, to teach you how to read the Quran and also have understanding of the Quran. So far, we covered about 12 surahs from the Quran. So we started with Surah Al-Fatiha all the way. We've done 12 surahs so far. For most of the students that are learning, mashallah, they've made a lot of progress. Now they understand the Quran. They could do translation of the Quran. So inshallah, we'll continue with this program, inshallah. And we hope that you benefit. We hope that your kids benefit. And we hope that all of us benefit. And inshallah, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rewards us. So if you know someone else who is not who's not part of the program, call them. Let them know that we have a program that is free, that you could join, that you could learn the meaning of the Quran, and it's fun. We're having competition. We'll find out who is the winner at the end of the day. At the same time, the winner will get a prize. Last season, when we had the competition, we had Muhammad Ahmed. I'm not sure if he is part of the competition right now. Let me find out. Actually, Ahmed Muhammad, he is part of the competition. Here he is. He won. We had Sumaya, who was number 2, but Ahmed was number 1, and the grand prize that we were giving out was $1,000 for the winner. The reason why we were giving the $1,000 was not to lure you into the program, but the idea was to encourage you. If you're using the program and you're having this competition and you're working hard, we wanted to reward those who were working hard. So, mashallah, a lot of you have worked hard. Now we're going to increase the amount that we're giving out to the winner. Inshallah, we are not going to mention it yet. You'll be surprised. You'll find out. It'll be better than the money that we gave out last time. So, inshallah, make sure that you call your friends, because every single letter they learn, guess what? You also get the ajr. Because in Islam, the way things work is if you invite someone to do good, so long they live and they do that good deeds, guess what happens? You also collect that good deeds. If they let someone else know, guess what happens? You also get that good deed. So mashallah, we have a lot of you that are ready to start the competition. So inshallah, get ready. Tonight, the surah is long, so we'll be starting. It'll be very fast. Just to mention some of the people that are on the program tonight, we have Ahmed Yusuf, we have Abdullahi, we have Khalid, we have Hamdan, we have Zakaria, Muhammad Rage, Ali, we have someone who is regular. We have Sheikh, who has been part of the program since the beginning. We have Fatima, Muhammadu, mashallah. So that means every single person that have, for most of you, this program is not new to you. You've been with us, and you're part of the competition, which is good. You've learned a lot of words, I'm sure. I had a father that I talked to about a week ago. He came to me, we had a conversation about the program that we built that teaches you how to read the Quran. By the way, we have a program that teaches you how to read the Quran if you have a hard time, because sometimes the competition might become tough because you don't know how to read the words. If you're in that situation, we have the solution for you. We have a program that will teach you how to read the Quran, very interactive, that will repeat. I'll give you unlimited repetition. So I was talking to one of the parents. He said, listen, how's the program going? And I was giving him an update. And he said, my daughter has been attending Islamic school, not Islamic school, but the weekend school for 7 years. And she asked me, what is the meaning of A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajim? And I was surprised. But that cannot be said about you now for those who have been part of the program, because how many times have we repeated A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajim? And you know the meaning. Luckily, I had one of the guy who was part of the competition. He was with me. I said, ask him. He was able to read it, and he knew the translation of A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajim. Now, you guys know a lot more than that. You know Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. You know about 12 surahs right now. So inshallah, every single night that you come and participate, you get a lot of ajr. And also remember, from the hadith of the Prophet Muhammad, there are angels that go around that they look into places. And what kind of people are they looking? They're looking people that are mentioning Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that are remembering. So this is the best remembrance that we could have. Why? we're remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by learning the Quran, by learning the meaning of the Quran, and by you investing this time into learning the Quran, guess what? You find out the meaning of these words. For the rest of your life, as you read the Quran, you'll have understanding. You'll have understanding of what you're reading. You'll enjoy. So make sure that your friends are joining you. Pick up the phone call. Let them know, because we're not charging you for this program. This program is free, and we want to get a lot of ajr. We want to collect a lot of ajr. So inshallah, call your friends and let them know, because you want them to get that ajr. You want to pick up that ajr. So inshallah, this is encouraging you to maximize the amount of ajr that we could all get. Just as a reminder, each question is worth 1,000, and towards the end of the program, we'll find out who's the winner. So inshallah, we'll take a short break. In this break, I want you to call your friends. For the parents, I want you to call the other parents and let them know, because once we start the competition, you go to iqquran.com, there's a banner, you click, and tonight's code is 348758. We'll start the competition after this short break. So inshallah, we'll be back. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Get guided. Oh, Guidance TV.
I'm Yusuf Estes for Guidance TV. Are you fed up with watching some of these commercial channels that are out there now? The information that's coming to us twisted or improper, and things that we don't want our kids to watch. So that's why we have Guidance TV. And we're broadcasting all over the United States, Canada, Alaska, Hawaii, the Caribbean islands, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. No commercial interruptions, no advertising, and no subscription rate. All of that to keep it free, to keep Islam out there in front of the people, Muslims and non-Muslims alike, enjoying and benefiting from these great shows. And our live programs coming to us on a regular basis from great scholars in the United States, Canada, and around the world, showing us, teaching us in the English language how to deal with the problems we all face every day from the Islamic perspective. That's what I'm talking about. So we all come away with a much better understanding and a way to deal with life's problems.
Get guided. Oh, Guidance TV.
Welcome to IQ Quran program. Welcome back, I should say. MashaAllah, we have a lot of you that have joined. We're about to start the competition, inshallah. And we're going to give you 1 more minute before we start the competition. We have a lot of people that joined, and they're joining us from all over the states. So this is going to be a tight competition. It will not be easy competition. But for every single word that you learn tonight, inshallah, you're moving up higher in your rank in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because you're learning His words. Also, if you do not know the word, that is fine. Just make sure to take a note. You might see some new words that you have not seen before. It's totally fine, because you're learning, and this is the reason why we're here. Some of you actually, since we've informed you ahead of time what surah that we are doing, every week we're going in order. So for example, you have this surah, we'll be doing the following surah next day. So some of you actually went ahead, and what did you do? You learned, and this is why it will be a very tight competition. I am excited. We'll find out who is the winner tonight. So inshallah, we'll start. So get ready. Again, the website is iqquran.com. All the way on top, there is a registration. Click register yourself, because if you're the winner, we want to be able to contact you. We want to be able to send you a gift to find out if we want to find out who is participating. So make sure that you register yourself, because you don't want to miss out all of the prize that we'll be giving out. Another thing that I do want to remind you is that as we play the game, do not guess. Do your best. If you see that the time is expiring, you could make an educated guess, but do not rush and touch the button right away. Why? You lose 1,000 points. You do not want to be losing a lot of points. So the game, again, to summarize, you will see a question. We'll give you 4 multiple choice. You'll make your selection and you'll wait, and right away you will know where you're ranking. And then what happens is we move on to the next question. But before we move on to the next question, you'll see who will be the top 5. Also, we'll find out who has made most progress. So inshallah, we'll start the competition. Get ready. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Here it is. It'll be 39 question IQ Quran program this season. This is the 5th test. So we'll start with Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Bismi. What is the meaning of Bismi? Bismi. Is it in the name? Is it of Allah? Is it the most merciful? Or is it the most gracious? Now, we'll give you 60 seconds to make your selection. Take your time, look at the word, analyze it, think about it. If it is a new word to you, inshallah, you'll learn tonight. If you already know it, good for you. We'll see who actually touched the fastest. 2 things we're looking at is speed and accuracy. Your speed and accuracy, how fast you answer, and do you know, of course, do you know the answer? These are 2 things we're looking at. So Bismi, what is the meaning of Bismi? We have about 12 seconds before we move on to the next question. So get ready. We'll move very fast since we have 39 questions. Each question will be less than 1 minute. So we'll now, it means in the name, Raif is number 1, Fatima, Maryam, Nusayba, Ayman. Let's move on to the next question. Allah. I won't be spending a lot of time talking about the ranking because you already see it. It will move very fast. Bismillahi, of Allah, the most gracious, in the name, the most merciful. So let's see how well you get this one. Get ready to answer. We have already 10 people that submitted their answer. Oh, by the way, I want to remind those who are joining us from home, although the competition started, it does not mean you could join. You could join, you could let your friends know. For the parents that are watching us, you could call your other friends and let them know, because this is word for word from the Quran. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim is the basic sentence we're covering. Starts with almost with every surah with the exception of 1. So you could benefit, although the program started. And also another reminder is that if the program is not live, if it says pre-recorded, that means your code is not going to work. So you have to be watching us live Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, the meaning of the word is of Allah. We have 30 people that got it right. Ahmed Yusuf just jumped on top right now. Ar-Rahmani. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ar-Rahmani. What is the meaning of Ar-Rahmani? Does it mean Rahmani? Okay, what is Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim? What is the meaning of it? Is it of Allah? Is it the most merciful? Is it the most gracious? Or in the name? As you noticed on the ranking, it'll change. You could be number 1 on this question. Following question comes up, you might lose your ranking. So a tip for the ones that already know the meaning, make sure that you answer fast and you get the answer right. We're looking at your speed and accuracy. So we have 30 people that submitted the answer. We still have about 21 seconds before we move on to the next question. So by the end of this competition, we're hoping that everyone has an understanding of what Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim means. Every single day we stand before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we say Bismillah. What is the meaning of Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim? Now this is your competition. We'll find out how well you do. MashaAllah, it means the most gracious. 17 of you got this one wrong. For the ones that went with the most merciful, close, but there's 5 people that went with of Allah. We're going to move on to the next question. Fatima came on top. We have Ayman, Nusayba, Maryam, Ahmed, Muhammad. Ranking is changing very fast. Seems like the 5 people that were on top have left. We have another 5 people. We're going to move on to the next question. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, they kind of have the same meaning. So if you already made a mistake with the previous one, make sure you don't make mistake on this one. If you already selected one of the word, do not repeat it again. So this is just to give you heads up. By the way, that's not cheating. Just giving you heads up on this one, because I felt sorry for the people that went with that. You might be new to the program, but if you were here previously, We don't change the meaning of Bismillah. It is the same. So now if you got it wrong, it's fine. Next time when you come back, you'll get it right because we start with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So think of this. The first 5 questions is like your almost your bonus questions because we're repeating it. And as new people come, we want them to know the meaning of Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We don't want them to miss out. We're not going to assume that everyone knows. We had about 21 people that missed it, I think, but it is fine. You will learn from your mistake. This is the whole idea. MashaAllah. I'm glad that you guys went with the most merciful. Now, only 5 people missed it, which is okay. Now we start with the surah, Wal-Adiyat. Now here, that's the way it starts with the surah. Fatima is number 1. It seems like the top 5 remains the same. Let's move on. Wal-Adiyati. Wal-Adiyati. What is the meaning of that? Wal-Adiyati. Is it striking by the racers? Now we have about 4 options in the place. We want you to make your selection. وَالْعَادِيَاتِ الضَّبْحَ. Now this surah, I think this is the longest with the exception of Fatiha, which we added أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. I think this is the most vocabulary we had in one episode, in one show. We're going to have about 39 questions, but it'll be fine because you're going to be learning new word. Now I remember we talked about what is the meaning of what, so that should give you a hint of what the meaning of wal-adiyati is. Now we have about 3 seconds. Make sure you get it in. Time is up. Now let's move on. Fatima is still on number. Fatima is on top still. Now let's see. We have Maryam, Nusayba. We have a new person that just came on the top 5. Let's move on. Dabha. What is the meaning of that? 1,000 points. You could win 1,000 points with this question. Now you have 4 options. Make your selection. Seems like there are people that are submitting the answer very fast. It's okay. Maybe you're prepared and you're ready. Now again, for everyone that is watching, we encourage you to let everyone know about the program. Why? This program is free. We want to maximize our effort in terms of collecting ajr. And we wanted to do the same thing for you. This is going to be a residual ajr for you. Now, for example, just look at this word. There's 1, 2, 3. 3 letters in here. Each time is 10. That's 30 ajr. That is what you could collect and what everyone else who participates that you invited could collect as well. So inshallah, we'll be getting a lot of ajr. This is the best program. So I'm sorry, this is 4 letters, 40 ajr. So you get a lot of ajr. So let's look at this. 22 people got it right. We're going to move on to the next question. Maryam came on top. We have Nusayba, Maryama. It seems like the ranking is changing very fast. It's fine. This is very tight competition tonight. Falmuriyati. What is the meaning of falmuriyati? Falmuriyati. Falmuriyati. And inshallah, what we will do starting the next show, we will be sending you text message. So make sure that you register yourself before the program starts. And we'll also give you a heads up as to what surah that we will be having competition. The competition will be on, so that you'll get ready, because we want to give you the time to prepare, because each surah that you have preparation for, each surah that you spend some time and learn the vocabulary, it'll be easier for you to cover the following surah. I mean, the Quran of the vocabulary repeats often, so that will be important. Now we have the meaning of falmuriyati. Time is up. Now let's see who got it. 23 of you got this one right. Let's move on to the next question. We have Tayyibah that has moved up very fast, 7 places. She passed 7 people. We'll see if she makes it to the top 5. Let's move on to the next question. Qadha. فالموريات قدحا 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 فالموريات قدحا. Okay, let's see if you get this one right. والعاديات ضبحا فالموريات قدحا or قدحا. Either way, we'll see if you get this one right. By the way, there's rules to it in terms of where do you stop at the end of the verse. Now, what is the meaning of this? You have 4 options, and again, for everyone that is participating, as you submit the answer, text your friends, let them be part of the competition. See if they could beat you. See if you could have this competition with them. By the way, this is live for every single Muslim household that is watching this TV right now. You could participate. All you need is your iPad, iPod, tablet, your mother's phone, father's phone, whatever it may be, computer, and the TV, of course. You don't, if you don't have a TV at home, you can still watch it from another device. 24 people got this one right. Let's move on. Maryam happens to be staying on top. Let's move on. All right, let's see if you get this one right. فالمقيرات فالمقيرات. Now, as we move on, we give you that extra time. We have 60 seconds. It seems like people are having a tight competition in this very tight competition. Tonight, we'll find out because I see the ranking is changing. The top 5 used to remain the same, but today, some people are in the top 5. Next question comes. We are having a big reshuffle, which is fine. This is a tight competition. So if you're joining us from home, so I was also mentioning the ways you could watch. So if you have TV, you could turn on the TV, Roku. If you could go to the website Guidance TV, and you'll see the live stream for those who don't have the website. So I mean, for those who don't have the TV, we have 1 second. The question is up. Now 24 people got this one right. Only 11 people missed it. Let's move on to the next question. Maryam's happens to be still on top. Move on to the next question. Subhan. All right, here it is. You have 4 options. So for those who are joining us right now, you go to the website iqquran.com. There's a banner over there that says IQ Quran Guidance TV. You click, and what do? You enter the pin that you have over here. The pin is 348758, and you'll be part of this competition. Although we started a competition, you could still participate because every single letter, every single word that loads is a new word. So if you missed on some of the words, that's fine. You're going to learn some new words. So inshallah, let's move on. And again, we encourage you to let everyone know this program, iqquran.com. All the way on top, just click the banner, put the pin in. Also, you could do the registration. So if you're new, you could register yourself. We have 23 people got this one right. Let's move on to the next question. By the way, we're going to be moving very fast tonight. Reason being, we have a lot of questions and we don't want to leave anything out. We don't want to leave one question behind. So we want to finish the surah tonight. I want you to go home, or by the time the program finishes, you could say, Alhamdulillah, I finished the entire surah. I've picked up so many ajr. And we want you to be happy. We don't want to leave any one word out tonight. So let's see this one. Yeah, there's 4 options. MashaAllah, it seems like there are some people are already very fast submitting the answer. They're not even giving, they're not taking any time to, they're not wasting any time. فأثرنا. Okay, let's see who gets it right. This is the words that we're submitting, by the way. Sometimes we might just focus on 80% Quran, words that repeat in the Quran often. Sometimes we'll go by surah. So in the beginning, we'll go by surah. So right now, okay, we had 16 people that got this one right. Let's move on. Perhaps a new vocabulary. It's fine. Bihi. فأثرنا bihi. All right. By the way, this is your homework. What does this stand for when you read in the Quran? Sometimes, by the way, we might be reading the Quran and maybe not have understanding of what we see. We have a program, we developed a program that will teach you the meaning, not only the meaning, but why is this here? Why is this here? Why is it pronounced a certain way? IQ Quran, we have that program that teaches you how to read, and it teaches you the tajweed, and we have this program that teaches you the meaning. So inshallah, we want to cover everything that has to do with Quran literacy, be it the reading, understanding. Inshallah, this is our mission, that every single Muslim household receives this type of education for all of the children, so that we will have people who have understanding of the Quran. The Quran is for understanding, it's not just reading. Now we have 34 people that, okay, 28 of you got this one right. It means thereby. Let's move on. Maryam's still on top. Okay, next question. Naq'an. 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 Let's see if you get this one right. We've already have some people that submitted very fast. Seems like they already know what this means. So inshallah, take your time. You could get 1,000 points for this. Every single question is worth 1,000, and at the end of the program we'll find out who is the winner and how many questions they got right, how many questions they got wrong. And there'll be a final competition, by the way, final competition. So all the winners throughout the program, we'll bring them together, and they will have a competition between them, and the top 3, you guys will get a reward that you'll be surprised by, inshallah. Let's see here. Dust is the right answer. 21 of you got this one right. Let's move on very fast. Maryam seems to be staying on top. She's not moving. We have also Nusayba, same thing, but let's see here. Okay, let's go. Thereby, collectively, dust. Now let's see if you get this one right. So again, if you're joining us right now, if you're at home, go to the website iqquran.com, register yourself, then also join by clicking the banner, and tonight's pin code is 348758. Inshallah, let everyone know about this program. You'll get a lot of good deeds, and we want to teach every single Muslim how to read the Quran and have understanding of the Quran. This is the 2 goals of the program. We don't want you to read the Quran and not have understanding. We want you to stand before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and understand what you're saying. And this is another way to learn Arabic, by the way. If you know the meaning of each letter here, it'll be easier for you to speak the Arabic language. It'll be easier for you to have understanding. 22 of you got this one right, mashallah. Let's move on to the next question. Muhammadu comes on the top 5. I haven't seen him on the previous questions. Let's move on. Jam'an. What is the meaning of jam'an? We already covered 15 questions. MashaAllah, we're moving very fast. Jam'an, what does this mean? I already see the meaning, but I won't say it. Sometimes as a question comes in, you want to do the translation, but I've gotten used to not to say the word and the meaning, I mean. Okay, jam'an, what is the meaning of jam'an? So this is the Arabic, and it seems like tonight we're getting a lot of 4-letter words. 1, 2, 3, 4. A lot of good deeds, mashallah. 40 good deeds. And as you make sure that as you submit the answer, you say the word jam'an. Why? You're going to get a lot of good deeds. On the Day of Judgment, you come to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, guess how many good deeds you're going to have? So many good deeds, because you're participating, you're learning the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you're learning the meaning of the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So inshallah, we will all get the rewards, and everyone who participates. Jam'an means collectively. 21 of you got this one right. For the ones that missed it, we have about 13 people that missed it. Make sure that you don't miss it next time, inshallah. Nusayba comes on top. Fatima, Maryam, and Fatima, mashallah, all of you guys are doing well. Let's move on. Inna al-insana, inna. Okay, what is the meaning of this? Is surely and grateful. Does it mean indeed to his Lord, mankind? I'll give you a tip on this. If you know the meaning of this word, guess what? You will see this word so many times in many places of the Quran. So even if you miss this one, I want you to write this word down at the end of the 30 seconds or 27 seconds, whatever we have right now. I want you to write down this word. Why? This word will repeat in the Quran so many places. By you knowing the meaning of this, it'll be it'll be worth a lot. And trust me when I say a lot. Inna, what is the meaning of this? We have 8 seconds. And after 8 seconds, you'll find out the meaning of this word. And inna means indeed. Indeed. 25 of you got it right. We have 7 people that missed it. All the 7 that missed it. And if you're watching us from home, write this word down. Inna means indeed. Let's move on. Nusayba still on top. Fatima, Maryam, all of them. 2, 3. Let's move on to the next question. Innal insana. Innal insana is surely ungrateful to his Lord, mankind, indeed. And I'll give you a tip on this one. قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ. If you were with us in the beginning, when we started the competition, right after we finished Surah Al-Fatiha, we started قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ, Surah Al-Nas. So if you know the meaning of that, you should know the meaning of this. It should be easy for you. So this is the benefit of being part of the program, because the words that you learn now, you'll see them later. It'll give you advantage. So again, everyone that is watching us, don't just sit around. Make sure that you call other people, because this program is free and we're learning the most important subject. So inshallah, collect your good deeds by letting others know. Even if you're not part of it, by informing other people, you'll be getting a lot of ajr, inshallah. Innal insana, mankind is the right answer. 30 of you got this one right. Only 4 people missed it, mashallah. For the ones that missed it, do not worry, just write it down and you will know next time. Let's move on to the next one. Let's see here. لِرَبِّهِ. لِرَبِّهِ. What is the meaning of لِرَبِّهِ? And again, remember this. He, the meaning, you see the blue over here. We asked last time. This is another time it repeats. What is the meaning of لِرَبِّهِ? We have Rabb in here. لِرَبِّ. لِرَبِّهِ. If you already know what Rabb means, you have half of the answer. If you know what Li means, it'll make it easier for you. لِرَبِّهِ. What is the meaning of that? I hope everyone gets this one right. Everyone gets this one right, because this word is very easy. Innal insana li rabbihi. All right, here it comes. We have 9 seconds. This is very exciting. This is a tight competition tonight, because the ranking has been moving back and forth. Let's see. Li rabbihi means to his Lord. MashaAllah, 28 of you got this one right. We have 6 people that missed it. It's fine, inshallah. We are all learning. Nusayba, still on top. Let's move on to the next question. Inna al-insana li rabbihi lakanud. Lakanudun. Lakanud. Lakanud. Inna al-insana li rabbihi lakanud. All right, indeed, mankind to his Lord is surely and grateful. These are the options that you have. Make your selection, inshallah. Make your selection. Let's see how well you do on this. Innal insana li rabbihi lakanud. All right. We have 30 seconds before we move on to the next question. 30 seconds. 29. Actually 22. We're moving very fast. MashaAllah. It seems like a lot of you already made up your mind as to what the answer is, but we're going to give chance to everyone. Every single question, 60 seconds, unless everyone gets it in very fast. And every single question is worth 1,000 points depending on how fast you answer. So inshallah, we'll move on. 33 of you submitted the answer. Let's find out. Let's move up. Okay. Is surely and grateful. Only 2 people missed it. Now we're making a big improvement. Let's find out. Nusayba still on top. Let's move on to the next question. وَإِنَّهُ وَإِنَّهُ. What is the meaning of وَإِنَّهُ? وَإِنَّهُ. There's 2 words here. Actually 3 in here. Wa is a word that we have already learned. Inna, I think you remember. I was saying that you will see this word a lot. Write it down. So if you already wrote it down, inna, you know what the meaning is. Who, if you look at who, is another word. So by knowing this, if you break it down, I think everyone will get this one right because I broke it down for you. So if you were making up your mind, I hope I give you enough hints to make the right choice. إن الإنسان لربه لكنود وإنه على ذلك لشهيد. But we're at وإنه. Let's see how well. 2 seconds. 1. Time is up. And indeed, he is the right answer. 7 of you missed this one. Let's move on. Nusayba still on top. Fatima, Maryam, Abdiziyad, and Hamdan. MashaAllah, you guys are all doing well. Ala. Ala. Oh, this is an important word also. Ala. You'll see this in so many places in the Quran. وَإِنَّهُ عَلَى. If you miss this one, I want you to write it down as well. Is Ain Ala. Okay, let's see here it is. Indeed, he surely is a witness on that. These are the 4 options that you have. Make your selection. Make your selection. And this is a very important word. It repeats in the Quran often. If I see a word that repeats in the Quran often, I will let you know. Reason being, once you see it, sometimes you'll see it more than 1,000 places in the Quran. It'll repeat more than 1,000. The word min, man, both of them combined, close to 4,000 times. So imagine just one word. These are high frequency words. Sometimes we're putting focus on. So sometimes by just looking at the word, you'll be benefiting a lot. Ala means on. 21 of you got this one right. We'll do one more question, inshallah. We'll be taking break. So get ready for this. This is the question before break. Fatima just came up above Nusayba. Maryam still on number 3. Let's move on. Let's see. Ala dhalika. Dhalika. This is also a very important word. MashaAllah, this surah has given us a lot of words that repeat in the Quran often. Ala dhalika. What is the meaning of dhalika? Does it mean that? On, surely is witness, and indeed he. Just to look at the multiple choice, if you were participating, if you were looking, if you were paying attention, 1, 2, I think two of them we've already answered. So on the previous question and the one before that. So you only have 2 to choose from. I won't mention them, but this is a hint for you. This is a tight competition. On the last question, Fatima came on top. We had Nusayba that was leading for a while. We had Maryam that was on top for a long time. It seems like the competition is very tight. People are switching back and forth, but we'll see how well you do. We have 3 seconds. 2, 1, 0. Time is up. It means that. 23 of you got this one right. 23 of you got this one right. MashaAllah. But also a lot of people missed it, which is fine. We learn from our mistakes. Fatima stays on top. Nusayba right next to her. Maryam, Abdi, Ziyad, and Hamdan also on the top. Top 5, we've just mentioned it. So inshallah, we'll take a short break. We'll continue. Do not go away. And while we are on the break, make sure that you call your friends and invite them to join the game. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We'll come back.
We're about to receive that load that we've been telling you about, that big load of books that are coming to us all the way from Washington, D.C., Virginia area, where they received it over there. We're bringing it to the warehouse. That's the truck. You're looking at it right now. Now we're going to show you unloading it and what 24 pallets of boxes of books and tapes and CDs for Islam looks like. So just stay with us. Be careful as we go around here. I don't want you to get run over now. Take it easy. Here we go. 24 pallets of books and tapes and videos for Islam. That's right. We're very excited about this. This will be the very biggest shipment ever to come to this part of the United States to help Islam, the true message, the real meaning, the beauties, the love, the tolerance, the patience. And we sure need a lot of that, don't we? And that's what we're talking about.
Welcome back to IQ Quran, the competition for our children, the competition to teach them how to read the Quran, to give them understanding of the Quran by focusing on words that repeat in the Quran often, by focusing on surahs that they've already memorized. So welcome back to the program. Inshallah, before we go back to the program, before we start the program again and continue, I want to remind the parents and everyone that is at home, inshallah, to support the TV program that is coming from Guidance TV. We have different ways you could support the project. You have the Quran mail out, you have Guidance TV, which you're watching us right now. We have the Guidance TV Kids, and we also have Recite Quran. We have so many different projects. So inshallah, go online and contribute. This is a way also for you to be part of the project. Imagine that every single person that is participating, that is learning, that you will be sharing the ajr. So inshallah, spread the word, let others know to join the program, and let everyone know to participate in making contribution. The best contribution that you make is with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It'll be in the bank of the akhirah. It'll never go away. So make sure that you deposit some money in your funds in the akhirah. So inshallah, we'll go back to the program. Our IQ Quran, we had Fatima who was on top. We have she has 18,261 points. Let's move on to the next question. La shahidun. What is the meaning of that? Let's go. You guys have, again, 60 seconds on every single question. على ذلك لشهيد. Let's go. إنه على ذلك لشهيد. What is the meaning of it? Does it mean on? Does it mean and indeed he? Does it mean surely is a witness? Or is it that? These are 4 options that you have. We have about 10 minutes before the show comes to an end. So make sure that if you're staying on top, you don't come down. Do not guess on any question. The multiple choice are very simple, as you could see. Very easy. وَإِنَّهُ عَلَى ذَلِكَ لَشَهِيدٌ. لَشَهِيد, I think if you look at it, I think all 3 questions already, or 3 of the multiple choice, is something that we've already covered. So that leaves you with 1. So it should be easy. I think everyone will get this one right. 30 of you got this one right. Only 4 people missed it. Let's see. We have Abdul Malik that has the highest jump. He passed 17 people. MashaAllah to Abdul Malik. Let's move on to the next question. Fatima still on top with 19,000 points. Okay, we have this question right now. لِحُبِّ. What is the meaning of this? But does not is surely intense, of wealth, in the love. These are the 4 options that you have. Make sure to make the selection that is right. This, I think from all the previous surah that we covered, we have not seen this word before. It is new, but that is fine. Maybe li, you've seen it before, but the other 2 letters combined, we haven't seen it before. So make sure that you make the right selection, and we'll move on and see how well you did. with this question. And again, please invite others to join the competition as a reminder. Okay, we have 2 seconds. 2, 1, 0. Time is up. In the love. That's what it means. 28 of you got this one right. Let's move on. Fatima is still on top. Maryam, right after her. Let's move on. All right, let's see. حب الخير. خيري. What is the meaning of خيري? It could have two meanings. You know, khayr sometimes is good, but on this translation, you could choose something else. But if you use process of elimination, you'll come to only one. But does not is surely intense in the love of wealth. Oh, seems like the translation, the two words, in the love of wealth. Of course, what else? This answer should be obvious if you read as a sentence. On the last two, let's see here. We have 2 seconds before we move on to the next question. Now, time is up. Of wealth, it means 26 of you got this one right. Fatima is still on top. Let's move on. All right, this is another question. La shadidun, what is the meaning of this? Surely. Is surely intense, but does not, of wealth, in the name, or in the love. These are 4 options that you have. Make your selection. We'll move on to the next question. All right, let's move on to let's see how well you do on this one. And by the way, we're getting close to the end of the program, so make sure that if you're number 1, you don't lose that place. If you're on the bottom, you move up. So it is a tight competition. Let's see here. Time is up. Surely is intense. 22 of you got this one right. Fatima is still there. MashaAllah. Fatima, Maryam, and Nusayba, all with 20,000 points. Very tight competition. Afala. What is the meaning of afala? Is surely intense in the love, but does not of wealth. I think this game is becoming easy. I think from now on, we should change the multiple choice, or should we leave it as is? Now we'll make it easy for you. We'll just leave it as is, because we want you also to say, you know what? I know it's not in the love. I know it's not wealth, because I've already answered on the previous question. I think I'll stop there, because if I mention the other one, it'll become easy. So if we leave, and the reason why we're doing this, well, the reason why we're leaving the previous choice that you made is for you to say, I already know what that means. We're not just randomly adding the words in there. We could have confused you and put words that kind of look the same, but we don't want to do that. MashaAllah. Afala. We'll find out. Let's see. We have 3 seconds. 3 seconds. The program is coming to an end. But does not is the right answer. 27 of you got this one right. Everyone else that missed it, make sure to note that word. Fatima is still on top. Let's move on. We have يعلم. يعلم. What is the meaning of this? يعلم. Does it mean what? Does it mean when? Does it mean will be scattered, or he know? Or he knows. All right, let's find out. يعلم. What is the meaning of that? يعلم. I think we've learned a lot of words tonight. I'm seeing a lot of vocabulary that we have not seen previously, which is good, because every single time we sit here, we're increasing our knowledge in learning to read the Quran, we're increasing our knowledge in understanding the Quran, and we're increasing, inshallah, our rank in the Akhirah by collecting all the good deeds. So inshallah, invite your friends, encourage them to be part of the program, and we'll find out who got this one question, who got this question right. Time is up. That's the right answer. 30 of you got this one right. Let's move on. MashaAllah, we have Abdul Razak that moved up, that passed 18 people. Ooh, big progress. Let's move on. إذا. What is the meaning of this? أفلا يعلم إذا بعث. Okay, إذا, we'll just stop there. We'll wait for the next word to pop. إذا, what is the meaning of إذا? And another word that is very important. This word, you'll see it in the Quran in many places. So make sure to note that. إذا means what? In, he know, will be scattered. What? Here are your options. Make your selection and we'll see your choice. If you got it right, MashaAllah, we have a lot of people that are prepared. More than about, I'll say, 80% or 70% of you know and you've learned the surah. So this is easy for you, I guess. But the ones that are new, that have not used the program before, inshallah, this will be a learning process. As we move on to the next surah, you'll learn new words. إذا means when. 22 of you got this one right. It does not mean what. A lot of you went there. MashaAllah, we have Abdul Razak that moved up another 9. He moved up and, well, MashaAllah, he's coming up. Let's see. We have bu'thira. What is the meaning of this? Does it mean when? Does it mean he know? Does it mean will be scattered? Does it mean what? Let's see how well you answer this question. إذا بعثر ما في القبور. By the way, the rest of the words that are remaining, we kind of know them, but we'll see how far we can get, inshallah. We have about 2 more questions, and we'll end it. This question, 1 more question, and we'll call it the night. We'll find out who is the winner, inshallah. After this question, we can only do 1 more. But that's fine. We've learned a lot. We've covered a lot of words, so this is good. Here it is. 9 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm doing the countdown because we are getting towards the end. It's exciting. Let's see here. Ma. This one should be very easy. This is the last question. This is our last question for the night. Ma. And this is very important. It repeats in the Quran more than 1,000 times. So just consider, you've learned close to 4,000 to 5,000 words that repeat in the Quran by learning the surah. So this surah was very important in terms of vocabulary, the words that repeat often. We had in, we had idha, we have ma, we had wa, we had so many words that li-rabbihi, rabb, we had rabb. We had so many words that repeat in the Quran often. So it was a very important night. We've learned a lot of words, and this is the final word for the night. So inshallah, we'll find out who is the winner. We'll pronounce it. It has been a productive night, so inshallah, let's find out. We have 15 seconds, 14. All right, a lot of you are eager to find out who is the winner for the night. 3 seconds, 2, 1, 0. And the winner for the night is Fatima. So mashallah, Fatima, congratulations. Fatima, congratulations. You are the winner for the night.